The rain started just as the city lights came on, turning the sidewalks into mirrors. Ethan Cole watched it from the back seat of his car as his driver took a longer route to avoid traffic. The windows were tinted, the seats warm, the air smelled faintly of leather and coffee. His phone buzzed with numbers and names and messages that never asked how he was, only what he could approve. He owned a chain of logistics companies that moved things people never thought about until they were late: food, medicine, parts for machines that kept other machines alive. He had learned how to make money by making time behave. When the car stopped at a red light, Ethan noticed a woman standing near the crosswalk holding a cardboard sign. She was thin, wrapped in a jacket that didn't fit her shoulders, hair tied back with a piece of cloth. The sign said, "Hungry. Anything helps." Her eyes were not begging. They were tired. She stared at the pavement as if it were a problem she couldn't solve. Ethan looked away first. The light turned green. The city slid past him again. He arrived home to a penthouse that felt like a hotel room he had stayed in too long. The fridge was full. The couch was too white. The silence was too loud. He microwaved soup and ate standing up, scrolling through news about himself that used words like visionary and strategic. He couldn't remember the last time he had eaten with another person. Across the river, Lena Torres pulled her cart under the awning of a closed bakery. The rain came sideways now, needling her face. Her cart held blankets, a plastic bag of clothes, and a small metal box with 2 spoons and a cracked mug. She had once had a kitchen with yellow curtains and a plant that grew crooked toward the window. Then her mother got sick. Then the shifts at the factory got cut. Then the rent rose. Each change felt small until it wasn't. She counted the coins she had earned that day. Not enough for a meal, but enough for a roll. She broke it in half and saved the rest for morning. Hunger had taught her how to be patient with pain. A week later, Ethan's life broke open in a way he did not expect. A fire in one of his warehouses destroyed inventory and injured workers. An investigation followed. Insurance argued. Lawsuits arrived. Partners blamed him for shortcuts he had warned them about but never stopped. The headlines changed their tone. Questions raised. Responsibility. His board voted him out to protect the brand. Ethan packed a box from his office. The elevator ride felt longer than usual. His driver didn't look at him when he said goodbye. Money drained fast when it came in slow. Lawyers ate what was left. The penthouse went back to the bank. Ethan moved into a studio apartment near the tracks. Trains rattled his windows at night. He started walking everywhere. His shoes learned the shape of the city. One evening, the rain found him again. He ducked under the same bakery awning where Lena kept her cart. She was there, wiping water from her face with her sleeve. "Sorry," he said, stepping back. "Didn't mean to crowd you." She studied him for a second. "It's big enough for 2, she said. Her voice was rough but steady. They listened to the rain. A bus splashed past. Somewhere a siren argued with the wind. "You knew?" she asked. "To the rain," Ethan said, then surprised himself with a smile. "To standing in it, I guess." She nodded like that made sense. "Name's Lena." "Ethan." He offered her a granola bar from his pocket. She took it, then split it in half and gave him a piece. The gesture caught him off guard. "You don't have to. Sharing makes it taste like more," she said, and ate her half slowly. They met again after that, by accident and then on purpose. Ethan learned which shelters had room and which didn't, which nights the soup kitchen served something warm. Lena learned that Ethan used to wear suits and that he still said "please" to vending machines. The cold came early that year. It crept under coats and into thoughts. One night, Ethan found Lena coughing hard, bent over her cart. "You need a doctor," he said. "Doctors need addresses," she replied, trying to laugh and failing. He helped her to a clinic that smelled like bleach and patience. He sat beside her while she slept, the chair biting into his back. He thought about meetings he used to leave early and wished he had learned how to stay. When Lena got better, she insisted on walking him to the tracks. "So you don't forget where you're going," she said. One afternoon, a man in a clean coat approached Ethan with a card. He was a journalist. He had found documents about the warehouse fire. Emails showing Ethan had pushed for repairs that partners ignored. The story would clear his name. It would bring offers. It would bring money back. Ethan stared at the card. The river moved brown and fast below the bridge. He thought of Lena's cart, of the bakery awning, of the way the city looked when you were not protected from it. He found Lena that night and told her the truth. She listened without interrupting, her eyes on his face, not the lights. "So you can go back," she said when he finished. "I can," he said. "But I don't know if I should go back the same way." She considered this. "Then don't." The article ran. Apologies arrived. A former competitor offered him a role. Ethan accepted, but with conditions. He set up a program to hire people without addresses, to train them, to pay them before they were safe on paper. He bought the closed bakery and turned it into a kitchen and a classroom. Lena helped plan it. She chose yellow curtains. On opening day, it rained again, soft and steady. People lined up with bowls and questions. Ethan ladled soup until his arms ached. Lena took names and made jokes about the plant by the window that still leaned the wrong way. At night, when the doors were locked, Ethan stood by the sink and watched the city breathe. He still had money. He still had power. But now he had something else that did not fit on a balance sheet. He had learned that wealth could lift walls or build tables. He chose tables. And in the quiet after the rain, when the streets shone like new, the city looked less like something to conquer and more like something to belong to.